What is popping, ladies and gentlemen? Your boy, the Holy Commentator, is finally back with a brand new video, and today I needed to talk about something absolutely crazy. I'm sorry about my voice, I've been commentating all night here.
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
But either way, I wanted to talk about Black Ops 6. Now, there's a lot of people that have a lot of varying opinions on the game, but as far as I can tell and as far as I can see from everything I've seen online, there is a great deal of people that absolutely
hate this game.
And I really want to make a video kind of discussing it because I genuinely don't feel like Black Ops 6 deserves the amount of hate that it's getting. Now, I'm going to tell the positive sides first so you can understand what I'm thinking, and of course the negative second so you understand what a lot of people are hating on and a lot of the things that I actually agree with. But again, nobody's talking about the positives of the game, I feel like, and everybody's talking about the negatives. So I'm going to talk about everything from the campaign to the zombies and the multiplayer, because I played every single one of them and I really enjoyed a lot of exactly what was going on in Black Ops 6, and I must say they were cooking with this one here, because holy shit, they mastered nearly everything here. For a Black Ops 6 game, it definitely feels a lot like an original Call of Duty. It has the feel of a Black Ops 2 kind of game. Is it actually like Black Ops 2? Is it going to be as popular as Black Ops 2? Obviously fucking not, and I'll discuss exactly why. But let's go discuss exactly why I believe Black Ops 6 does not deserve the amount of hate that it gets. And of course, if you like this video, do me a favor, like and subscribe. And of course, let's finally get into this video and talk about the positives of Black Ops 6. Now, of course, we're going to start with the most popular part of Call of Duty, which is the multiplayer, and we're going to talk about the positives with it. First of all, I love the omni-movement system, but there's a lot of people that genuinely hate it and think it's like a very sweaty version of every single other system that's been involved into any other Call of Duty game. But I have to say, for Black Ops 6, with omni-movement, flopping around like a dying fish 24/7 and doing 360s in the air with a sniper rifle, whatever it is, and whatever you do, I genuinely think it is really fun to just jump around and be able to jump to your side and do all this kind of stuff. Does it lead to a little bit of unfairness? Of course, but we're going to discuss that a little bit later. But for now, I genuinely think Omni-Movement is an improvement from the Modern Warfare 3 system, and if you thought that, you know, Modern Warfare 3 was a sweaty game, I think this kind of slows down the pace of the game. And I know there's a lot of people that are going to disagree with me, because you have the average Twitch streamer that's sniffing a line of G Fuel and saying, "Let's get moving, gamers," and streaming to 2 people and thinking that they're going to be something fucking huge. And I'm not going to lie, I used to be one of those people. I'm not really good at the game, but hell, who knows, maybe the Holy Commentator will be back in streaming soon enough. But either way, it's very obvious that what they're doing and exactly how the Omni-Movement works, I think it is a better improvement for a game, and I think it's better than whatever Modern Warfare 3 had. And again, the ability to move anywhere and just the absolute ability that you're able to push how you play with Omni-Movement is a hell of a lot better. Okay, you can jump into somebody's butthole, they're not going to be expecting it, and it's going to work out extremely well. Now, of course, another thing about multiplayer that I really like is the weapons. I do have to say, most of the weapons feel really good, feel really tight. Are there overpowered weapons? Yes, but name a Call of Duty game that never actually had an overpowered weapon. I can still remember the fucking MP40 from World at War. Are we going to act like it's going to be completely different in this Call of Duty? No, and I think genuinely having some sort of extra weapon balance, especially for like Pro League matches and stuff like that, does make sense to have some sort of semi-overpowered weapon. And again, we're going to talk about the unbalances a little bit later with weapons. Again, all the negatives will be at the other second part of this video, but either way, with this alone, I generally think the weapons are really good. I think the sniper rifles feel pretty fucking good as well. I'm using sniper rifles, and I don't usually use sniper rifles unless it's in only search and destroy, but I'm using it occasionally in deathmatch and playing it on Nuketown and stuff like that. And again, I must say, really good weapon selection. I mean, it is very small in the very beginning, and I do believe they're going to update it continuously. I mean, of course, it's just going to give players more reason to come back after an update. But is it, again, the best weapon selection? No. But is it the worst? No. And do I think the weapons are cool and, like, you know, unique in its own sense? Yes. Is it as unique as Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2? Fuck no. But regardless, I still think the weapon selection is pretty good, and they all feel pretty tight except for certain occasions. Again, talk about that later. And the next thing that I really want to talk about is the map selection. It seems like a lot of people genuinely hate it, and I kind of understand. There's a lot of very, very open maps where omni-movement is necessary, and if you don't put omni-movement down, then you're screwed, and you're gonna get shot by 18 different people in every single direction like it's a fucking Diddy party or some shit. Like, you're getting absolutely fucked if you don't learn everything here, like instantaneously with the Omni movement. But I kind of like it. I kind of enjoy some of the maps here. Are they all amazing? No, I hate Lowtown, but hell, the remastered Nuketown is pretty good. I like the completely remastered Nuketown that they also have here. Also really good, that I really enjoyed, despite a lot of people hating it. And of course, there's one big contributing factor to why the maps are so bad. Again, talk about it in the second part. I hate that I'm fucking hammering it in, but you know how it is. I need to lube it up for the next fucking part here. But either way, I enjoy the maps a lot. I could be insane, I could be crazy, I could be snorting some of the powder, who fucking knows. But I genuinely enjoy most of the map selections that I have there. Now, moving on here, because, I mean, I'll discuss a lot of the other stuff here later. Again, the negatives of the multiplayer, like, there's quite a few negatives, okay, I must say. But the multiplayer itself, very enjoyable. I really like it, and I keep going back to it, and I keep, coming back from work and just sitting down and playing the absolute shit out of Black Ops 6. Now, with all that in mind, let's go discuss the zombies, another thing everyone else is looking for. Going into zombies, I thought it was going to be pretty bad. I genuinely didn't like the zombies of the last Call of Duty. I didn't like the Cold War zombies. I liked the original, Black Ops 1, Kino der Toten, setting up everything, doing all the fucking wall buys, and just starting off with a pistol and doing everything there. And that's kind of the only thing I wanted to stick to for the longest time. That was the only system that I wish they would just stick to the whole entire time. But with this, I genuinely think it's not too bad. I genuinely like the system. I do like Liberty Falls and the map that they have there. I was grinding that with my girlfriend the other day. It was absolutely fantastic to play, and I genuinely really enjoyed zombies. I enjoy the weapon selection. I enjoy the pack-a-punch system. Most of the perks are pretty good and pretty useful. Even the armor system I thought I was going to genuinely hate, I genuinely liked. And of course, like the chopper gunner and these kind of kill streaks do add an aspect of gameplay as well. And I'm happy that, if you drop down and do a chopper gunner, you don't immediately get eaten fucking alive. It's really good to be able to have that kind of buffer and to slow down the match and slow down the pace a little bit. And of course, they had their own version of the Demon Dogs from Black Ops 1, and it's really fun to play that as well. Genuinely, I think that this is very good zombies this year. I haven't played the second map yet, but again, for the very first map, for the 4 or 5 matches that I played, I genuinely enjoyed it and unlocking everything and all this kind of stuff. It was a very good zombies. Now, for the campaign, I played through this campaign, and I have to say, it is a pretty good campaign. Is it the best campaign? No. It is the best grab bag of a campaign I think we can have. Where you have literally almost all aspects. Is it going to be as good as Black Ops 2? No. Okay, because Black Ops 2 had a massive selection, because you not only just had the main campaign where you go back and forth between timelines, and not only do you have the side missions that you can do to get a better ending for Black Ops 2, but, Black Ops 6 has a perfect mixed bag of a lot of things. You have open world maps, you have stealth missions, you have a lot of these really cool different game modes and missions that you can do in the main campaign. Is the story amazing? No. Is the characters amazing? Again, it sounds so weird to really want to suck this game off and say that it's amazing, but there are so many, I'm very confused about it, because I really enjoyed the game. I keep going back to it. I absolutely grinded the shit out of the campaign, did it in like a day or two, and usually, I would like to sit down and do it longer, didn't really have the time to, but, every single time I came back, I wanted to go and complete the campaign, and I'm happy I did so. But, again, it's just such a weird clusterfuck of a campaign where I enjoyed it maybe 50% of the time, and the other 50% of the time I was either meh or ugh, and just fucking vomiting all over the fucking floor here because I just couldn't help it. It was just, it's such a mixed bag of a campaign, but I have to say, if you like the average experience of a COD campaign, if you like Modern Warfare 2, if you like Modern Warfare, I'm not going to say Modern Warfare 3 campaign, but if you like the remastered Modern Warfare 2 campaign, or the Modern Warfare 2019 campaign, or even the Cold War campaign, you are going to enjoy the absolute mixed bag that you have here. All the different missions, all the different intel. Of course, you have really cool ideas like safe cracking and stuff like that, which I'm really happy they added into the game. I like the exploration aspect of it, and of course, there's some times where I just wanted more missions. The only thing I wanted in this campaign at the very end of it was more goddamn missions. I really wanted more missions in the end. I wanted more open world missions. I think that's a part of a good campaign is, it's a good campaign when you want more missions or, you need more missions. It's one of the above, depending on how you really analyze story. But I really, enjoyed the campaign for the most part. And of course, we're going to talk about the negatives here near the end. And this is where the ranting is going to really start. So, yeah. But either way, I think most of those 3 parts here, the multiplayer, the zombies, and the campaign, are pretty fucking solid for a COD campaign. And I don't understand why it gets so much hate, but I understand certain things that they say about this game here so far, and what's kind of pushing a lot of people from actually enjoying the game. And I really hope that, of course, Treyarch updates this game, and they need to update this game. But either way, in general, I think it's an okay game. pretty good game, actually, in the very end, if you were to put everything together in the way that I keep going back to it. Could just because I'm a COD fan, or it could be because I actually genuinely enjoy the game, and I genuinely think you guys will enjoy the game too, for the most part. Of course, if you are able to put the negatives to the side, which we'll talk about now. Now the negatives. Jesus Christ. There are some negatives here that I've just been thinking about now, and maybe that kind of lowers the grade of the campaign, because I was just thinking about it, and I was like really enjoying everything until I kind of really thought about the particulars here. So of course we're going to do the exact same order here. For the multiplayer, hit detection's a fucking bitch. Now, it's not like, hit detection where, like, the problem is, oh, you can't hit the guy. It's I can't believe I shot a whole entire magazine. It clearly showed on the kill cam that I hit him, but it didn't. Blah, blah, blah. No, it's not like that. This is something that is far worse in a sense, and I genuinely hope they fucking fix this soon. But what I'm talking about is hit detection is the absolute inconsistency of hit detection. Look, usually I'm able to deal with a little bit of missed hit detection. I play Siege, for God's sake, where I feel like if I tap somebody on the fucking head, they don't die, right? But in Call of Duty, you hear the hit marker, you see the hit marker on the screen, the guy is getting fucking lit up, and you know you're hitting every single one of those shots, but for some weird reason, if you were to fire a whole entire mag into somebody, and that guy turns around and they are not dead, you have 2 shots to the fucking left fucking foot and the pinky toe, and you are dead. Like, I'm not even fucking around. You can see it in certain clips. It's like, it literally looks like it's skill-based damage.
Y'all put up with me, I would've seen y'all niggas outside.
Where, like, you can unload a whole entire magazine into a fucking person, come out looking like 50 Cent, and they're able to turn around, many men, poof, and then shoot your ass. You're dead, you're gone, you're eliminated, you have no chance, and it's the most frustrating experience of Call of Duty Black Ops 6 when it comes down to the multiplayer, is the extreme time to kill inconsistency. And I think the only reason that I'm actually fully enjoying this game still, and the only reason that I can still kind of comprehend and put this all together, is because it's eliminations and not assists in this game. So instead of course, you in Modern Warfare 3 or Modern Warfare 2, for example, where you have kills, you have assists, and you have deaths, right? In Call of Duty Black Ops, of course, it's only eliminations, which means if you help somebody get a kill, they die. So it feels a lot better that if you unload half a magazine into somebody, your teammate picks up the kill, you still get 100 points in elimination, where afterwards, when you're raging about to chuck your control at a wall, you're like, oh, at least he's dead. It's an elimination. He's dead. Thank God I can rest easy and not absolutely have an aneurysm. But still, they need to fix this time to kill. And I mean, I'm showing clips up on fucking screen. You can see exactly how bad it gets at certain points in time. And I've seen this and I've been experiencing it most of the time. Next thing, skill-based matchmaking. Now, everyone else is really having a struggle and having a hard time with skill-based matchmaking. To be honest, I don't really struggle as much. In Black Ops 6, I go top 3 consistently. However, there are absolute games where you have Giga Sweat Lords that genuinely just jerk it to this game and edge to the game, where they have a handprint around their fucking cock while they play this game, because they've been just grinding this shit into the fucking dirt. And I have to say, it is the most annoying thing sometimes, where again, top 3 consistently, and then you have one really, really terrible fucking match after a couple of matches where it's just absolutely anally destroyed. Like, your anus starts off here, ends off here, this fucking big, because of how bad the skill-based matchmaking is. And I genuinely think all they need to do is just get rid of the skill-based matchmaking, because I'm tired of it. I mean, look at X-Defiant. I mean, as much as that game is gonna fucking die here soon, I generally think it did something pretty good when it came down to it, which is eliminate skill-based matchmaking, and I still had a lot of fun, and I've never really had the inconsistency there. And for a lot of people that are thinking or complaining and saying that skill-based matchmaking could actually be good for Call of Duty, I must say that skill-based matchmaking could be good in most cases. However, here's the issue, right? I do good one game, or most people do good one game. You know, top 3, you feel really good. Next 3 games, you get absolutely anally destroyed, and then finally, skill-based matchmaking kicks in on the 4th fucking game, and they're like, okay, now you can have a good time again. And that's the worst for a lot of players and a lot of people that are trying to get into the game and trying to level up their characters, and they clearly need to get rid of skill-based matchmaking because it genuinely aids, and I don't want to continuously wait for a match with some cracked out streamer who's trying to stream and fucking make 80 grand off of streaming from their grandmother's basement. You know, I hate going into those matches, and I hate getting absolutely ass-rammed. I think a lot of other people do too. And again, it doesn't happen to me consistently, but from what I can see in other clips and how other people are playing and how other people are talking about the game, it is clearly, genuinely an issue that they also need to solve. I don't know if they just leave the ranked playlist in, keep the Sweatlords in one lobby, have everyone else kind of get mixed together. I think it could be fun because, again, if there's one Sweatlord in the lobby of 12 people on both teams, right? For example, accidentally, just so happens to happen. What ends up happening is you will die to that guy pretty consistently if you're not so good at the game. But at very least, you have another 5 people on the enemy team that you can usually kind of balance out and you can kind of have a good time with, right? And if you kill that one experienced player, you feel really good about yourself and you continuously learn and develop in the game. But you can't really do that so much with skill-based matchmaking. It's a really frustrating experience, and it's clearly frustrating a lot of other people, and a lot of other people trying to get into the game struggle with skill-based matchmaking. And I would say the third thing is also about the maps. The maps. I mean, I already talked about a little bit of the negatives when I was talking about it before, but the maps are very wide open, like I was saying. You need to master Omni movement for it to work, because if you have to kind of dive from cover to cover, because there's a lot of wide open space. Like, look at one of these, the array map here, and you just tell me, where do you go, right? You can barely go through the middle, because you're going to get shot on the right side, left side, and the center. And that's going to be a fucking problem, right? You're not going to be able to do that. Or the new nuke town that they had, where they nuked the center of the map, right? The only problem is, you go to the right, go down the middle, you get shot on 2 sides. You go down the fucking right or left range, you're going to get shot on both sides. Like, you have no cover, you have no areas to kind of maneuver around. And I think they mostly did this to try to get rid of campers, but at the same time, it's only bringing back campers, because once you get screwed enough, all you're going to want to do is sit in your spawn or sit in an area and just sit there and wait for somebody to pass through. And that's the biggest issue when it comes down to maps and skill-based matchmaking together. Let's put those last 2 points together, right? And that's the biggest fucking problem with that as well. Now, of course, what's past that? Let's talk about zombies. Do I have any genuine problems with zombies? Genuinely, not really. I think they really cracked with zombies this year. They did fucking pretty good with this. I genuinely don't really find a lot of flaws. Even, like, again, I was playing with my girlfriend, just us duoing fucking zombies, and I never really had a flaw with it. She didn't really like the maps that much, or Liberty Falls that much, and that's a whole separate story, and I don't know how other people enjoy those maps, but genuinely, I do not think this year there's, like, any problems with zombies. Modern Warfare 3 zombies sucked ass, okay? We can all admit, and this is definitely a breath of fresh air for the zombies community. And again, finding all the really cool hidden stuff and all the Easter eggs, it can be really, really fun, and I do think it's really enjoyable. And also having the extra side objectives that you have the choice to do, and it's not really forced on you if you want to continue and you want to, you know, continue and just survive during the round-based zombies. I genuinely think it's fun. I really like it, and I really like Pack-a-Punch and everything else like that, and I do like it more of a simple kind of way. And the level progression of starting from 0 going to 100 is, you know, a little bit different, but it's really fun, and I genuinely think this is definitely a masterful class of zombies this year. Now, the campaign. Again, I enjoyed the campaign, but the problem is I only enjoyed the gameplay. Just thinking back at it now, I really enjoyed the gameplay. The story was really, really catching up at one point, and then it just fucking falls flat. And that's all I can say, man. Like, it really falls flat. So, of course, I'm going to talk about some spoilers here so you kind of understand what's happening. Story is very simple. There is a CIA team that's kind of hidden within the CIA that's, like, trying to kill everybody and blah, 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 blah. It's trying to rule over the world to America, the only superpower. Grr, that's our plan. That's what we're going to do. As Americans, we're going to go take over the CIA, and we're going to lead America into victory and absolutely dominate and have the world domination, right? And, I mean, like, that's an okay plot. It's nothing too crazy. And the way they were going to do that is releasing a kind of, like, nerve toxin that makes everybody very aggressive and angry. There's some zombies references in there that you'll catch up later, and your main character is Case, who's a silent operator. But again, amazing campaign most of the way through, amazing gameplay. I really fucking enjoyed that. But then you come to the characters, and then you come to the very end of the story. Now, the characters are very simple. You have a German there, and you have this other chick here, and you have Marshall, and you have Woods. Now, first things first, Woods is not nearly as fucking cool. They should have brought back his old fucking voice actor. He would have absolutely found a way to make Woods in a wheelchair still super fucking badass. And there's one scene where I feel like the original Woods came out.
They would kill each one of you.
You know, and balled out, taking a shotgun and just shooting the motherfuckers. If I can find that cutscene, I will. It's really fucking good. scene to really master Woods, but past that, Woods is a very boring character, and I think a lot of these characters are very boring. Even though, like, walking around the fucking safe house and just talking to these characters and figuring out exactly what's happening and just listening to the conversations, they're not nearly as engaging as some of the other old campaigns, and just, you know, they're very boring characters in the end. They're very bitchy and complaining, and you don't really get enough of learning of the characters and trying to get used to them as you should in a story that's very character driven in the end, right? Or it's more gameplay driven in the end, but we'll talk about that later. Next thing is, again, the story itself, and I really want to talk about that before this video fucking ends, right? Story. Let me show you where it comes from. First missions. It goes all the way fucking up. You're at the very top of the fucking roller coaster. And instead of the roller coaster having a really fun downturn, it's just a fucking straight down. You go shell fucking downturn. It is genuinely. What the fuck were they thinking? They needed to add a couple of extra missions here to flatten this fucker out, because goddamn, it was just such a downfall of the campaign near the very end. One of the worst endings. Amazing gameplay. I love the gameplay. I love the variety. It was amazing. And then, like, you had everything in there. It was a perfect mixed grab. You had zombies in the campaign. You had really cool psychological stuff. And one of the missions in the campaign. It was absolutely fantastic. And I could never say that it wasn't a very good gameplay-wise campaign. But at the very top, you have there, you realize that one of your CIA handlers in the very beginning of the fucking campaign was the bad guy this whole entire time. Now let me just tell you, she wasn't brought up for, let's just say 85% of the fucking campaign to last like 2 or 3 missions where she's finally brought up again, and then you have to learn about her whole entire past and her fucking whiny childhood. And then you have to try to understand that, but you don't care about this character because she came out of fucking nowhere. She was there in the very first mission, she seemed to be supportive. Oh no, now she's a bitch, and now she's trying to take over all the fucking CIA. That's literally what the fucking plot is. And at the very end, your character and this fucking chick that comes out of here, Harrow, whatever her fucking name is, comes out of the corner. You have to go kill her. You end up killing her. That's the end of the campaign. Now, you have the fucking, you know, side squad moment, like, we're some kind of squad, and the rest of the fucking gang, like Woods and Marshall, they all just join another CIA task force. What the fuck happened to the campaign? Like, I don't understand. It was so fucking good. It was perfect. The gameplay was perfect. The story was really good. It made you engaged until the fucking last couple of missions, which is the fucking downfall of this campaign was significant. Again, fantastic fucking gameplay, story, and characters. Fuck all. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me. Clearly they focus on the fucking, you know, the gameplay, but they did not focus on the characters of the story at all. And I'm not going to be going fully back and replay playthroughs. You know, sometimes I want to go back and complete the challenges because I genuinely think, again, the gameplay is cool. Cracking safes, getting money for your safe house, getting new perks based off of the amount of money you make, also getting like multiplayer fucking blueprints off of doing the campaign. I fucking loved all of that. But then you had the fucking story and characters, which just dropped the whole entire fucking thing for me. And that's really what I have to say for this campaign. Now again, in the end, I genuinely think this is a good game, and I genuinely don't think it deserves as much hate as it's getting at the moment, because yes, it has its flaws, but it has amazing other aspects. I love the multiplayer, I love the zombies, the campaign was really good at first. I genuinely really enjoyed all of it. I never really had any flaws with it, never really had that much hatred with it, but in the end, the fucking downfall killed me, and I think killed a lot of people's experience with the game. And here's the thing, if you enjoy Call of Duty, you enjoy the old Call of Duties, you like Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer, and you like the Modern Warfare 2 campaign, you like the Cold War campaign and zombies, then this is perfect for you. Yeah, I genuinely think you'll enjoy this game. And again, if you have Game Pass, it's free, just enjoy it. Play it with some people. Try it out a couple of times, because I genuinely think the enjoyment is there, and you can definitely find lots of the enjoyment in there. But either way, I think that's going to be the end of my long fucking rant. My mouth is completely fucking dry, and I think this is going to be the best way to end this video. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and of course, if you did, do me a favor, like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. This is me, the Holy Commentator, signing off for now.